Welcome back to the arena. Jordan Shepard and Shaun Jones is what we have lined up for you here. Jordan Shepard, of course, our Kansas City Shootout winner, hoisted the trophy on Friday, looking to add another one to his collection today. And Shaun Jones, who had a really great match against Chris Melling yesterday, made some really good shots. I have a feeling this one's going to be a tight one. Whoever can find the groove first may take this one off. And Shaun very quickly using his extension here early in the rack. Has a tough opening shot here. Oh no. Unfortunately there, to play a combination, you must hit your called suit first and make your called suit. Cannot play a stripe into a solid. So that is going to be a loss of turn. And Jordan Shepard back to the table. And simple mistake by Shaun there, but a costly one, because Jordan definitely has an opportunity to take this rack down now. There you see it on the shirt. The Welsh Wizard is what they call him. Jordan Shepard making the trip over, enjoying his time so far in the U.S. Finding success here in our Ultimate Pool USA arena. Looks like he's going to find success in this first rack against Shaun Jones. Jordan, a player not known for taking a ton of time to get around the table, very similar to Chris Melling in that manner. And a very simple mistake by Shaun is going to give Jordan an opportunity to take down the first rack. And the 8-ball goes in. It is 1-0 to Jordan Shepard. First rack, lots of action left. Accolade list of Jordan Shepard, one of which I feel like is probably very small compared to his actual accomplishments. Jordan taking that one rack lead after the costly misstep by Shaun. He needs to take this opportunity here at the table to steal one back. And here, the 1 into the 13 into the 2 is a guaranteed shot. So I feel like he's going to try and work around that and get something available for this 5-ball. I really, really like playing the 5 into the 1-13-2 because it's a guarantee and it moves the 5-ball. But we're not going to see it. I think that may be a mistake that Shaun made there, not playing for the 5, but he's got a shot on this 1 ball. It's kind of a wild one. Might actually play. He's going to cut this ball. Nah, he's going to play safe. That's what I was expecting. And effective by leaving Jordan on the rail, but he's a very tough player to hide effectively. Great shot there by Jordan. And Jordan is very keen on making sure that cue ball stays clean. Doesn't want a skid. can have a very adverse reaction on the cue ball. Don't want to take any chances there. And once again, if you're just joining us, Stephen White and Stephen Jameson in the commentary booth. We have a day full of action. What are you most excited for, Stephen?
Oh, that's a good question.
Put you on the spot there, huh?
Yeah, ask me again at 6 o'clock tonight.
Oh.
Yeah. It's going to be a really interesting afternoon as we work our way towards the latter stages of the Kansas City Open tournament. I love watching Jordan Shepherd play, and I think he's only going to get better and better and better as he gets more familiar with the conditions and the equipment he's using. And he already looks pretty good.
Well, for a guy who played on the American tables for the first time just 5 days ago, he really looks comfortable in this environment. I have a feeling that Kansas City Shootout is just one of his many soon-to-come accolades for Ultimate Pool USA. It happens from time to time, especially when you break as firm as Jordan does.
Nothing wrong with that break, though. But for those in the American audience who maybe don't know, the game that Jordan is so used to playing is English 8-ball. It's the same game in terms of, you know, pick a suit, pot your balls, pot the 8-ball. It's exactly the same game, but it's so far opposite at the same sense. The tables play completely differently. The balls especially play completely differently. So in many respects, it's a completely alien game. But Jordan is such a special talent when it comes to cue sports. He picks them up very, very quickly. Very natural player.
I had a conversation with Jordan a few days ago because I've heard this said, and I wanted to get his take on it to see how he was dealing with it. Jordan obviously has very, very good patterns, but something that you'll find here is without the solid red and yellow colors to determine suit, it's a little bit harder to see the patterns sometimes. And Jordan, he did tell me, he said, you know, it is a little bit harder, but at the same sense, I almost find it easier in a way. And I asked him, I said, I don't understand what you mean. And he says, I don't either. It just, I can see it. So he's taken to it really, really well, because the pattern play can be difficult when you're used to solid colored balls.
Yeah, and it helps him a little, I think, that he's played quite a bit of Chinese 8-ball in the past year or so, and those, of course, use American balls, the solids and stripes. So it's not like it's completely alien to him, the nature of solids and stripes. But I know from my perspective, it certainly is a different kind of pickup when, just in a commentary sense, where I'm looking for roots and patterns, and a little bit different for me, but nothing wrong with that pattern right there from Jordan Shepherd. Very, very good again. What you could see yesterday when he played against Chris Melling before being bumped into the B-side is that this is a guy who really knows what he's doing around this table. The thing that caught him out a lot was the table itself. And in the early frames, he almost couldn't quite believe what he was doing was making the results happen. He was drawing back 6 inches when he was looking to stop the ball, and he became a little tentative then, and that's only natural because you're scared of hitting the ball a little bit. But now he's had that game, he's had a little bit of experience, and I'm hoping we see more of the natural Shaun Jones in this game. But he's got a long way back already. That's the one thing that Jordan does exceptionally well, is he is a brilliant front runner. Once he gets ahead of steam, he can just rattle off entire matches, and you almost feel like you're sat in the opposite chair, caught in a tornado. It's a nice little bump.
Well, and I'll tell you, I'm not quite sure how old Shaun is, and I don't dare guess, but he's been playing since he was 7 years old. So clearly a very seasoned player. And may have a few years on Jordan. How old is Jordan?
34, 35, I think, somewhere around there. Not sure exactly. I think he had a birthday recently. But yeah, mid sort of 30s.
Well, for his age, he does have a ton of seasoning, does Jordan. Seems to have played very well.
Bank shot, no good for Shaun Jones. So one thing you notice is the slide on the bank shots is pretty pronounced on this main arena table.
And we have so many potential great matches coming up that you can't help but get excited. Obviously, with the return of Justin Bergman being thrown into the mix here, and he's played quite well on this table, and he's got a very interesting match, possibly clashing with Shane Thompson if Shane can manage to get by his opponent. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Shane Thompson, known as the safe cracker. What happens when it runs into the iceberg?
Played that well, Jordan. Tried to go into it immediately, didn't get any result, and that's why it's always such a good thing to go into your work early. It's a lovely shot.
You know what I find fascinating is we've seen Jordan a couple times in the shootout here in the arena yesterday. You know what Jordan does best is dominate his opponents. When he's playing good, and like you said, we haven't seen it yet, a lot of his wins have been staggering.
Yep, Justin Bergman will take on Shane Thompson. Yes, please. Great game for us all to enjoy there.
We also see another great match in Chris Melling versus Blake Baker. Blake had a little bit of success on this table.
And I can tell you those are our two next matches as well. So Melling versus Baker will come next, followed by Bergman Thompson. Strap in.
Well, you couldn't ask for a more star-studded lineup there. Justin Bergman and Shane Thompson has the potential to be the match of the day so far. We've seen some good ones already. Chase Stumfall taking out Tyler Steyer. And in what really was an incredible match.
Oh, foul's been called. I think it was a cloth foul on the 5-ball.
Unfortunate there for Shaun. He just can't seem to get anything going.
And this is what Jordan thrives on. It's absolutely what he thrives on.
Yeah, he gets an opportunity at the table when he shouldn't have, and he's gonna kick you while you're down because he's gonna beat you up for it.
Yeah, he's almost when he's like a shark. When he smells blood, it just unlocks an extra little gear in him, and he speeds up. He plays better. The best way to beat Jordan Shepherd is to put him under pressure. Get a lead if you can. There's no guarantee to beat him, of course. He's still perfectly capable of winning those kind of matches as well. But the last thing you can allow to happen is for him to build up a head of steam and start to fly. And he's an incredibly dangerous player then. What I'm noticing as well this morning is we've seen the pockets play generous and all the rest of it. Everything's hitting the middle of the pocket. He's flying.
Well, with that Chinese 8-ball background, you do have to be very, very precise in that game. So I'm sure that helps him a little bit. You know what I've just realized now is when we were in the shootout on Friday, obviously we saw Jordan play well. We saw Chris play well on the way there. It just hit me how incredible that match was between Chris and Jordan. Just because how similar their styles are they play almost exactly the same. They're both, like you said, a little bit of a bully on the table. They both play very quick. This is the first mistake I've seen from Jordan Shepherd here, and it's a big one.
Yeah, the mistake wasn't that shot, actually. It was the one before. Left himself really, really thin on the 5. And he's lost his cue ball here. Can he find a way of recovering it? Almost.
It's going to be a good shot, legal shot, but Shaun able to come back to the table, and this is where he needs to turn into that shark. He needs to smell the blood. He shouldn't be at the table, and he is, so he needs to get this win here. And if he doesn't, the confidence for Jordan Shepherd will just blow through the roof.
I think the 15 goes into the left centre pocket, side pocket.
Yeah, it definitely does. I don't necessarily like the angle that he got. I think it went from just a stop shot angle, but it shouldn't change much other than the angle on the 8 ball. Obviously, 7-foot table, not extremely scary on these long shots, but it is very missable. Great shot.
Never in doubt from Shaun Jones. His first frame wrapped up.
Our final 16 is coming together very, very well here, Stephen. The excitement's starting to hit me. It's starting to ramp up. There's a lot of good pool coming to you this evening, and we're really just getting started. Second match of the day. We will crown a champion in 3 divisions.
Yeah, and the matches that are still live, Delsim is 5-4 down on against Patrick Brown. Scott Rutter is 5-4 up on Gary Lutman, and Marcus Genson and Nicholas Keller. Nicholas is 4-1 up on Marcus, and he played 5 frames so far. That match went on, I believe, at 11:15, so that's a slow old pace. For context, this match went on 17 minutes ago, and we've seen 5 frames. So, yeah, that one there needs a little bit of rocket fuel to get it going. Winner of that will play Chase Stumfold, who we saw get the win over Tyler Steyer about half an hour ago.
And that rocket fuel that you need, it's currently attached to Chase Stumfold. He is on fire in this arena.
Yeah, you could see how much it meant to him at the end of that match.
Yeah, the interview, I feel like maybe he was being a little humble. He was very, very excited to get that win over Tyler in such a manner, too. Very tight match.
Well, speaking of tight,
here. It's not a terrible shot, but it's not a great one either. I like Jordan to shoot the 3 down into the corner.
the only thing I'd say, that's lovely from Jordan Shepherd. The only thing I'd say with tactical shots in this rule set is you always need to be moving forward. Even if it's small, you need to be progressing forward. You need to be putting your colour set, your suit, in a better position to win should you come back to the table. And I know that the 11 ball didn't go for Shaun. That's a problem, and that's why he's decided to play a containing shot. But he actually made his 11 ball worse in doing so. You know, if Jordan Shepherd misses that 3 down to the bottom corner, what happens then?
Yeah, Shaun would have a huge amount of work to be done. So I do completely understand what you're saying. These tactical shots, while we haven't seen very many of them, Shaun has played several, and they just haven't been progressive safeties. Well, and that's unfortunate there. I think maybe he didn't want to hit that tin ball, or maybe he did and wanted more out of it.
Yeah, shake of the head from Jordan Shepherd. He's got to find a shot here.
I like shooting the 5 in the side and letting the natural roll come down and bump the 10. He didn't get it. This is tough. I don't see an offensive shot here. I'll tell you what I do like here is playing the 10 ball, shoot the 7, make the 10 ball go up and off to the left-hand side rail. Oh, send everything flying.
Yeah, there was an element of trusting to luck there. Number one goal, I think, was to make the 10. It's a lot of turn shot. And he's thinking, right, if I can get everything spread open, there's a chance that I might leave him a really tough shot. It's not quite worked out, but he was in a tough spot there. Jordan Shepherd couldn't really do a whole lot more. But another frame, another rack, about to be boxed off here for Shaun Jones. Keep rolling, that's good.
And this is a confidence booster for Shaun, because in a rack where maybe he shouldn't have won last rack, he's going to steal one, and then again here, a very, very simple mistake by Jordan Shepherd, which we haven't seen very many of.
Otherwise he'll just bottle it up and blow up, essentially. So, you know, you see the likes of someone like a Tyler Steyer, who is composed at all times, all minutes of the match. You never get anything out of him. Jordan's not like that, but also Jordan needs to be like that to be who he needs to be. So he's going to sit down, he's going to shake his head, he's going to look a bit annoyed, and then once that's out of his system, he can move on.
And I'll tell you, I like a little bit of pageantry in pool. When a player wins, I want the fist pump, I want the excitement. You don't have to do it over the top and always, just want to respect your opponent, but if you win a big one, it's okay to act like you won a big one within reason.
Yeah, agreed. And Jordan is definitely one of those as well. I've had some big reactions from him down the years.
On top of the shot clock format and the match format, I think that kind of style, enjoying your win, if you want to call it that, that's something that I really enjoy. I like to see the emotion in the players, because pool can be a very emotional game, up and down, all kinds of emotions running through you in the course of a match, and it's cool to see those players let them out sometimes. Shane Thompson, another one of those that can get a little riled up. Pretty well at holding his. This is a tough shot here. Got to be mindful of the 5 ball.
Tried to play it in such a way that I think he wanted insurance on the 2. I don't know if he's got it.
I think his only available shot here is to either play it off the 10 into the side, which could put him in a spot to play the 2, or to bank it 1 rail into the top left. You just got to be weary of your cue ball on that one.
Yeah, you can hear the frustration.
And a sigh of, I don't know, what do you call that? A sigh of frustration, like you said.
Yeah, he knows 4-0 up. He had a great opportunity to go and begin to take this match down. And what will really rile Jordan is he's let Shaun back into the match. He's had chances. That's all we can ask for as an 8-ball player, is to have the chances.
Well, looking back, we've seen, of course, one of those racks he was able to then get back, but we've seen 2 very simple fouls by Shaun, shooting a what we would call a dirty combo in the very first rack. Was a loss of turn and cost him that rack, and then later on a all ball fouls. I think his shirt touched a ball. Again, not as costly because he was able to pull that one back, but if you clean up those few mistakes there, Shaun's a little closer, and could potentially would have been a tied situation here.
He's got to play a really good shot here. He's straight on this 9.
Yeah, I think you're going to see him shoot this ball with a lot of force. Watch the cue ball, though. Elevation tends to pop the cue ball up in the air. He got away with it.
Oh, he's played that so well. He's going to have to play a good shot on the 8-ball too.
Shake of the head, but I think he came out great.
I'm not sure this passes.
I think he can throw it a little bit, use a little bit of inside side spin to hold it just like that.
Oh,
That was a great shot there by Shaun Jones. So many balls attacking close to the pocket. Look at this.
oh, stripes look good here.
Stripes look great and solids don't look good at all. So, barring a miss, I think Shaun is going to win this rack. But even if he were to miss, it's going to be a fight for Jordan Shepherd to take this rack. It's got to be a little daunting sitting in your chair and watching a player with a decent run-out opportunity, but also knowing that if he does miss, you've got a lot of work ahead of you. That's something that I'd love to be inside the head of some of these great players sometimes, just to see what their reaction is to things like that. Shaun taking no time at all running this rack.
It's been quick, all right. He was 4-0 down. And we are going to 4-all.
I'm not sure this rack is much more than 60 seconds long. 5-4 either way.
Best of 5 now. Oh, and when it starts to rain, it can pour.
And Jordan Shepherd, the disappointment on his face is very easy to read. Shaun here.
So he gets cue ball in the kitchen. He can play any direction here off the scratch break.
I'm not sure that was the best play there. Can you see the 7?
Yeah, I mean, he's barely on this. Played it really well.
Yeah, that's a very difficult
his body
shot.
language was deceiving. I think he was okay on it. He was just a difficult shot.
Yeah, very difficult shot with the way that ball was on the rail. And he had to go into it just a little bit, but now in a really good spot to take the lead against the Welsh Wizard. And again, I don't know if that's how I would have played it, but Shaun must see something that I don't.
That was the danger with that shot. Did not like that shot at all.
Yeah. This is, the kick is stopped by the 9 ball. I think he's gonna have to go 2 rails underneath the 9 and try and kick this ball into the side pocket if he's gonna go offensive at all. Might be better just to go for the good hit. Try and leave Jordan on this bottom rail. there's a way to do that. He has called for his extension, but time is going to run. He's going to go one rail. I don't like this at all.
Oh, I tell you who does like it, though. Shaun Jones.
Well, no excuses there. I didn't like it, but he sure did. That was a great shot by Shaun. He's still got a tough one ahead of him. Look at that. I couldn't hit that 0 out of 10 times.
Oh, what an out.
Watch out. Watch out.
No
Watch
way.
Out.
Oh. And you just watched the reaction of Jordan Shepherd. That was telling you the whole story.
And a dry break there. And Jordan, I'm sure, is absolutely buzzing to get to the table. He knows what's at stake here. And he's going to play the solid to move that ball out. The 5 ball not in great shape here. The 3's also an issue. Jordan Shepherd has his work cut out for him here. This is not an easy run. And I'm not sure if I would take the 4 and try and leave myself something for the 3. He doesn't like it. He says, I'm going to go for the 6 ball here and take out the 6 and 1 up top first.
Well, this is a massive visit to the table in the context of this match. Jordan Shepherd has just lost 5 straight racks.
Well, this is where we get to put your theory to the test, put him under pressure, and see what happens. He did well with the pressure of the shootout. How's he going to do with the pressure of being down 5-4 in a match where he was up 4-0?
Very short here. Did not want to be here.
I think I'm going to play the safe here. He doesn't like it. No.
Buff of the cheeks.
Scary situation here. A lot going on. What a shot. That 15 ball needs to fall for him. He got a little unlucky there because he played a great shot on the 5. And if 15 ball falls, I think he's got a shot on the 3. He's going to try it still. He's going for the timing shot. I believe he's going to play the 3 into the 15 and go one rail and try it, because this combination of following the 3 ball in doesn't go. He's going to cut it in the corner instead. Watch out.
No way.
Oh, what a fluke.
No way.
It doesn't matter how it goes, it got there, and Jordan Shepherd is going to take this rack away. 5-5, we have a fight on our hands, and it's been an extraordinary fashion from both of these guys.
Wow, that's amazing.
To see him make that shot, the cue ball got in the way. We need a ball down for Jordan Shepherd. If you're a Shaun Jones fan, you're a little excited right now because he has a chance to make it to the hill. If he can navigate this, it's kind of a nasty rack. I'm not sure. Not sure what I would go for as a plan here. And I think luckily for Shaun Jones, neither suit looks easy to run out. As he gives up the table to Jordan. Jordan taking his time here, really thinking about things. He's going to take the same combo that Shaun attempted. take the solids. The 2 and the 4 are an issue here, a big issue. So I have a feeling that he's going to want to take those out early. What is he doing here? Can you see the 1 ball? Ah, smart shot. And it helps his cause a little bit because I do believe that the 2 ball now goes, but it's very tight.
Yeah, and he's got some work to do. He's got a pretty open shot at the 5.
Might be elevated on his cue just a little bit.
That's a tough shot, though. How's the leave? It might not be the end of the world, but you can see as Jordan walks back to his chair, he is cutting a frustrated figure.
And this could be a morning of upsets if Shaun Jones was able to take this match. Shows you anything can happen. Gonna use this 14 to maybe move the 10 ball. Not sure what the best outcome is there. That might have been it. Now has an open pocket to the corner. Shaun Jones 5 balls away from going to the hill against Jordan Shepherd. And it's all gonna, Oof. Came out all right. It's all gonna come down to how he's able to play shape on this 10 ball and how well he can get to the 8 ball using the 10. Not overly difficult, but we've seen crazy things happen so far, so.
Yeah, he's in pretty great shape here. Second match in a row today here in Kansas City that we have gone at 5-5. They are such crucial racks to win. And it's going to be Shaun Jones to win this one.
And the pressure's going to be on for Jordan Shepherd if he wants to stick around.
Tiny margins. How's the break?
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. This is not bad other than the 6 ball. If he can navigate this 6 ball into an open shot, I do believe that Shaun Jones will take this match.
I think there's a real argument for going stripes here. You can play the 14 first, and the rest of the stripes are all pretty open.
You're 100% right. I've seen it now. Uh-oh. Doesn't want to get behind the 4.
Oh, a twist. A twist. First and the final racks are the hardest to win. And Shaun Jones here has stumbled in sight of the finishing line.
I think I'm going to need to get the number of a local masseuse because this is stressful sitting here watching this. He made a good hit, but no rail after contact. That is a ball in hand foul. And Jordan Shepherd has an opportunity to take this to the hill.
He's going to go straight into the 6 ball.
And we have not seen very many Jordan Shepherd matches where the time clock came into play with the 15-second shot clock. If he wins this rack and doesn't speed run on the next one, he has a very good opportunity to have to deal with that 15-second shot clock. Not for long, though, because it will be hill-hill.
Yeah, hill-hill on a 15-second shot clock. It's exactly what we... Well, very similar to what we saw Chase Stumfall have to deal with in the first match of the day. His winning line visit came on a 15-second shot clock. The one thing I would say is 15 seconds a shot won't bother Jordan Shepherd. He is one of the quickest players anywhere in the world.
Well, got a little close to his work here. Going to have to make a change. I don't think it's going to bother him too much because he has the 5-ball available, and it does leave him in an area where he can just kind of redo this shot. He's gone too far.
I think he can just hold it. Feather this in. Oh, he was absolutely fine. He was dead straight. Great. That helps. So he was well okay to hold it.
You know, something that we haven't really talked about here, the 6-ball to the 8-ball, it's one of those shots that it's not hard. It's not a difficult cut on the 8-ball, but it can go wrong very quickly. I like this shot. I like coming back 2 rails and leaving myself for the bottom left because I think it.
You sure?
Well, he's short, but he got away with it because I think it does go in the bottom right-hand pocket. Just a tighter shot. The question is, where do you take the 8-ball from here? Oh, no.
Well, well, well. Is that the last shot Jordan Shepherd will play in the Kansas City Open? It should be.
Yeah, the 10-ball looks a little tricky, but it does go very clean in that pocket. What is the path here? How do you want to? What ball do you want to use to get on the 8? It's got to be the 10, correct?
It depends if it passes bottom left. I think if it passes bottom left, it's nice. Anywhere else, you want to get rid of that early. Here comes the 15-second shot clock. Don't make mistakes. Keep it tight, compact.
Played that very well. He's going to take the 10-ball here. He's just got to get shape on the 15. Oh, he ran a little far, but that's okay. It's an easy fix. You have a wide open table to get that cue ball back up.
Well, what a win this is about to see for Shaun Jones, another hometown hero here in Kansas City.
That's the story of the day. The locals are taking it to the Sweet 16. Another upset here at the Kansas City Open. Wow.
Tyler Steyer falls, so too does the shootout champion Jordan Shepherd. And Shaun Jones enters the last 16 of the Kansas City Open. We'll get his thoughts next.